right. Liberal woman says she broke up with her conservative boyfriend in part because he told her he was socially liberal but economically conservative. What? A woman like this will never have a happy, long-lasting relationship. It's not possible. All right, let's check it out.
Research yourself. And if you do the story time on how politics ruined my last relationship. So let me set the scene for you. I was dating this guy. We've been dating for 5 months. And in those 5 months, I was told by my friends, Zoe, he lives in Indiana. He's a fucking Republican. I was like, politics don't matter to me. What was I wrong? And so I was like, it's fine. I don't care. I'm going to get to know him first. We'll decide later. So then we kind of start talking about it. I'm a very liberal woman. So I am obviously like very much.
That doesn't make no sense then. So hold on. So you sat there and said you're gonna get to know him first, but you just claimed that you're a very liberal woman. How would that work if you knew that he was Republican or conservative or whatever the fuck it is? How would that work? You guys are on two different sides of the spectrum. That's like me dating. That's like a dude who wants to be in a That's like a dude or a woman who wants to be in a long lasting relationship, trying to make a hoe into a housewife or a dog into a husband. It doesn't work that way. Or was he just attractive enough and that's the reason why? Okay, whatever.
Much everyone knows that I'm a liberal woman. My brother's gay, all my friends are gay, also like abortion rights, female rights.
Also like abortion rights, female rights.
But anyways, so
yeah, the guy must have been attractive to the point that she just said F it, and she just said there must have been something. Maybe he had money that she needed at the time. There must have been something. There must have been something.
I'd like always ask him. I'd be like, what's your politics? Like, where do you lean? And he was just like, well, like socially, I'm a liberal, but economically, I'm a Republican. Fuck that. Okay. Also, he was a 28-year-old man. That's the first red flag, because if there's a 28-year-old man and he's single, there's a fucking reason that he's single. But anyway.
Also like abortion rights, female rights.
Is it possible it can be because you got batshit liberal women like you running around, left-leaning women like you running around, which it's already a debuff being a woman, but it's like 4 times debuff. It's like the ascended Super Saiyan. This is a Super Saiyan level 3 level of debuffs when it comes down to dealing with a liberal woman. Because one, you got to deal with all of that bullshit on top of already having to deal with just the bullshit of being with a woman, right? Which lovingly, we love you girls, right? But you come with some bullshit, right? The bullshit where you can win arguments with no logic. You can start arguments that we thought ended a week ago, and now imagine throwing in batshit crazy Looney Tune goofy ass Mickey Mouse Playhouse politics into the mix.
Makes you economically Republican, because like I could give you a whole bunch of fucking facts right now that prove that you shouldn't be. And he was like, blah, 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 blah. All of his info is from his friends. And I was like, you get all your information from your fucking redneck friends. Obviously you can't trust them. You need to do the research yourself. And if you do the research, I told him, I was like, I'll support you based on your decision if you actually research it yourself. Like, I won't care if you're a Republican. But anyways, and so.
Yes, you would, because you just said you're a very liberal woman. Everything that's coming out of this woman's mouth is a lie. It's just bullshit. I'll support you if you do the research. I can tell you all the information you got was from your dumbass redneck friends.
Also like abortion rights, female rights.
Crazy. You guys know redneck. All a redneck means is a hardworking person that tends to work in the sun. That's where the term redneck comes from. You have black rednecks just as much as you have white rednecks. Did you guys know that? Let's continue. They sit there and they try to turn it into like this racist thing. No, redneck just means you work with your fucking hands in the sun.
He was like, Zoe, I have much better things to do than research politics. Like, I have way more important things to do. Okay, saying that to me is absolutely fucking insane, but go off, king. I also just didn't care at that point. And so I kind of put it on the back burner. I was like, I can't fucking take this right now. Well, then we get into a little spat. a little spat a couple days before election day, and we almost broke up. And so I was like, nah, it's fine, I'll give him one more chance, blah, 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 blah. Well, then election day rolls around, and, well, actually, before this, he was not registered to vote. He had never voted before, and he told me that he wanted to vote in this election. And I was like, okay, cool, do the research, but that's a whole other thing. And so the voter registration deadline was approaching. I could tell he was going to vote against me, let's just say it like that. And so I was like, he is not going to make an educated decision on who he votes for, so guess what, I'm not going to remind him of this voter registration deadline. So then it passed. He didn't register to vote, so there we go, it was saved. He wasn't going to vote, I wouldn't have to deal with it then. But then we got into that little spat, and I was like, let me try one more time. Let me see if he's learned anything from me. And I asked him,
Hey guys, future me here. I just gotta say, man, she literally just said everything that I just said, and my ass, it went right over my head. I could only imagine if she's this annoying that even me sitting here trying to focus on what she's saying is getting on my nerves, and I'm basically clocking out. Imagine how manipulated, vindictive, gaslighting, condescending this type of individual would be in a relationship. Imagine. Oh, I guarantee you the reason why he ended up not registering and she purposely made sure that he didn't register was because she knew that he was going to vote against her. I guarantee it. And you know what? There's a good chance that this guy probably, more than likely, new surface level shit, probably a little bit here and there. Like, for example, I don't know much about politics either. I don't sit here and claim to be the most smartest individual when it comes down to this shit. I don't claim to be the most intelligent. But at the same time, it's just common sense. I apply common sense to a lot of shit. There's some things that I really, really like about the right leaning party. There are some things that I just find that these people are fucking goofy. But one thing I can come down to at the end of the day when the line is drawn in the sand is that the left is batshit fucking insane. The right's not that much better, but at least when it comes down to it, conservatives, not Republicans, conservatives, not evangelicals, conservatives who are just everyday fucking people, and even people in the middle, shit, even some people on the left, which is crazy, right? Are trying to make sure that we, in terms of America being first, we take care of America, we take care of ours. Again, I guarantee you she let that end up happening because she knew that he wasn't going to vote the way that she wanted to. Because if he was a completely useful puppet, she would have dragged him to register. Listen to everything that she says. You really think that this type of individual would sit there and not hound somebody about being able to control them? Come on now.
point blank on election day, I'm like, so who would you have voted for if you would have voted in this election? He was like, I would have voted independent. And I was like, do you know that how harmful and basically wasteful that is? And also, like, check your privilege by saying you're going to vote independently. And he was like, wow, Zoe.
Check your privilege by saying you was going to vote independently? What? What? How did it get to this point? I genuinely want to know. I'm asking you guys who are viewing this video, how did it get so bad? And here's the thing. I guarantee you somewhere out there, there's some super duper left leaning, tilting over the side off of a building, lefty dude who does the same thing to his probably in the closet conservative girlfriend. God, can you imagine some dude who's fucking limp sitting there? Hey, hon, is it okay if I put it in? And she's just like, just fuck me already. Why do you gotta ask me? Okay, hon. Oh, are you okay? Shut the fuck up and fuck me. I can only imagine. Oh, that would be the worst. Oh man.
I cannot believe that you think my vote would have been a waste. Shut the fuck up, because it is a waste. Look at fucking Philadelphia. All those independent voters could have put us over the edge and could have helped Kamala win. That's another story. And so I was like trying to tell him, I was like, listen.
Dog, the fact of the matter that she's sitting here bashing this dude and telling that he's fucking stupid and is a wasteful vote, the fact that she literally just sat here and said anything propping up Kamala, this is a Kamala Harris supporter. Only useful tools and the emptiest of brains supported Kamala Harris. Your hate for Donald Trump was so strong, you was willing to put Kamala Harris in office? Man.
That's harmful. You have to make a decision because the way that our voting works, like the two-party system, is a fucking joke. You have to pick a side. The independent party never has a chance. So you have to pick a side. And we got into a huge argument about it. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. This is my last straw. Again, I'm a very liberal woman. I have to date someone that is on the same page as me because I can't disagree with someone on something that is so important to me for the rest of my life. I fully respect Republicans. I understand that you want to vote that way, but for me, I don't want to marry you and I don't want to date you. So,
But you did. And you chose that. And more than likely, your type of preference is naturally traditional and conservative men. You know, I've always found this thing really, really weird, but funny at the same time that you have these women who swear up and down that they're hardcore feminists, but then they choose not the men who are, well, predatory towards them, the male feminists, but they'll go for a guy who's in shape. They go for all of these things that they claim themselves not to want. I've always found that really funny. It's just like, say for example, and I don't know why this comes up, but I'm gonna just say it anyway. Picture Lizzo, the artist, the musical artist Lizzo. Lizzo was all about fat positivity and all of this stuff, and then she started losing weight, whether it be 0% or natural. I don't care. I think it's almost that. Uh, and then all of a sudden, she's now painting saying "fuck that bitch" to the old her, which was a much larger woman. At the same time, Lizzo's still fucking fat, but again, all of it is fucking fake. It's just like when we was listening to what was Miss Raid Boss name? I already forgot her goddamn name. Whatever her name was. And she was saying all of these things to give dating advice to men. And we loved this chick at the beginning. At least I loved this chick in the beginning. I thought she was super sweet. I thought she was trying to do her best. I didn't agree with everything she said. And then the more and more we kept doing those videos, for me personally, I started seeing cracks. I started seeing cracks in her and basically her process of giving out advice. And then we come find out she didn't do anything. She wasn't in the trenches. She wasn't doing any of these things that she claims. It's just like when a woman sits there and tells you what they you know the things that they want in a partner, but they would not choose these things for the average Joe. What she's describing is traits that are already in another person. So what I mean by this is you can be all of those things, right? She's still gonna choose what she wants, which is not you. The average person that viewed her videos was people that are not you. She's not going for that. That's the reason why she ended up marrying somebody who was rich. She didn't marry some regular dude that she claims, oh, I'm just in a library chilling. I'm just in a coffee shop chilling. She didn't do that. But she, again, just like this individual right here, she chose that guy for as long as she can tolerate him because she was probably physically attracted to her because her lizard brain can't handle and can't comprehend the fact that she's attracted to that type of thing. It won't be a left leaning dude, trust me. Anyway, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys next time. And if you do run into a person like this, ladies, who there's some dude is trying to control your fucking politics like this and putting you down consistently, just get the fuck away from them. You don't need to be mean to them or anything like that. You just say this shit ain't gonna work out. And guys, don't fall for the red flag. If you run into a woman like this who's sitting there trying to control you like this, and she's not giving you any alternatives, it's just you're fucking stupid, your friends are stupid, etc. Just move on. Anyway, catch you guys next time. I'm Jason of Auglitical. I swing through politics so you don't drown too. Peace.
Also like abortion rights, female rights.